Welcome to Scripting DROD, the beginner course. In this video we'll cover two topics, speech and flashing the speech. There will be 5 elements of this video. Moods when speaking, using a different speaker, how are speakers resolved, custom position speaker, and flashing the speech. If you want to go to a specific part of the video, just take a look at the annotations which were just displayed, or you can find the links in the description. I like pointing. Okay, so let's begin with the actual tutorial. The two commands that we are going to cover today are speech and flashing the speech, which can be found a little bit lower. Speech has a couple of dialogues, the actual text that is going to be displayed. You can add a sound, which will be covered in a different video. You can choose the delay, a custom delay, because the delay is automatically calculated from the amount of text you type, and this is also something that we will cover in a different video. You can choose a speaker, which basically determines the who, which monster in the room will speak, what portrait will be used, and what will be the color of the speech bubble. And there's also the mood, and this is what we're going to start with. I have prepared a short script which displays all of the possible moods for the characters, all of the different moods which have a custom portrait. Basically, changing a mood, the only difference that is made is changing the portrait of the character displayed in the corner, just like this. We have a normal B-throw, happy B-throw, aggressive B-throw, nervous B-throw, and striking B-throw. Then we will have normal half, happy half, aggressive half, and nervous half. And half has no striking portrait, so it will use the default one, the same as was displayed for normal. And then we have gun throw, the normal portrait, happy gun throw, aggressive gun throw, nervous gun throw, and striking gun throw. And that's all. No other character has a custom portrait for specific moods. And as far as I know, it's not possible to have moods for custom portraits. And besides, custom characters will be covered in a different video, so by then I will make sure that's the case. There are some scrolls describing the mechanics of this room, and the whole will be available to you from the official topic on Caravel forums. So let's go to the next part. Now let us cover the speaker list in the speech command. You have a list of all of the monsters in the game, plus custom characters, which we will not cover in this video, obviously. We have also 4 special cases: none, custom, player, and self. Let's go with the monster speakers for now. I have prepared a script which I will use to present how they work. So first of all, I've gone with SIP. So the script found a SIP in the room and it made it speak. Then we'll go with the brain. The same case, it found the brain in the room and the speech has been attached to that monster. The same for water skipper. Now, this time, the script will try to speak as a mud baby, and because there is no mud baby in the room, it will be positioned at the position of the character which issues the command, but it will use the color and the portrait that we have provided in the speaker. In this case, mud baby has no portrait, so it will be just the default portrait of B-throw, like this, but the color is red, like mud baby. The next thing is self. So this will make the character issuing the command make the speech. Afterwards we have player, so it makes the player speak. And the final special case, which I will cover in this part of the video, is none. When you go with none, the speech will be positioned at the position of the character speaking, issuing the command. It will have the color of the character, so in this case it's light gray, but the portrait used will be the default one, as if no one spoke. So it will be, in this case, Bifrost portrait. Like this. This was supposedly spoken by no one. That's the case. And let's see. One more thing. We have 39 Slayers saying something here. We had Sip, Brain, and Water Skipper. So let's change the Mud Baby to something which has a portrait, like Construct. So in this case, oops, we had Sip, Brain, and Water Skipper, and this time, instead of Mud Baby, we have the Construct. So please notice how the portrait changes into the... I just realized the cursor is not displayed in the game. Weird. In the recording, I mean. Take a look at the portrait right now. It should display Construct, and the color of the speech bubble will be the one of Construct 2. Like this, Construct and Dark Grey. So, to reiterate, if you choose a monster which exists in the room, that monster will speak. If you choose a monster that does not exist in the room, the character that issues the command will speak, with the speech bubble color and the portrait of the missing monster. Self means the character issuing the command will speak. Player will make the player speak, no matter what the player role is. And none will make the character speak with its own color, but with no portrait defined. So with that, let's go to the third part, how is speaker resolved. I have prepared a set of 3 brains, 3 sips, or maybe sip is, I don't think it's countable, and 3 water skippers. And each of them will speak in order. The first will be the sip, if I remember correctly, then the brain, then the water skipper. And because there's more than one monster of the same type, the game has to somehow decide which one of them should make the speech. And the way it is done in DROD is it uses the movement order. The first character to move is the first one to speak, or rather the only one to speak. So let's play. This middle sip is speaking first because it has 7, 9, 8. So this sip has the lowest movement order from all of the sips in the room, and that makes it be the one to speak. Now it should be Brain, and it is the left one because it's the first to move. And the last one is Water Skipper. It will be this one because it's 4th, this one is 6th, and this one is 5th. So logically, the first one to move is the only one to say, to speak, like this. Now the custom speaker is one I have kinda decided not to mention too much in the second room because it works a little bit differently from the other speakers. When you choose a custom speaker, you need to decide on a position which is going to speak. So we are going to make this dirt tile speak. And what it means is that if there is a monster on this tile, when the speech command is issued, then the monster which is on this place is going to actually make the speech. So as you can see, the color is grey for the roach, and the speech log displays roach as the monster who, as the character maybe, who spoke. If we go back and choose the Tar Baby, our speech bubble this time is blue, and the speech log displays Tar Baby. And the same for Waba. Speech bubble is white, and we have Waba in our speech log. Now there's one more special case, and the special case is what happens if there is no monster or no character at the tile which is speaking. Well, the answer is easy. The character which issues the command is the one to speak in this case. So the character is Construct. You saw the portrait of the Construct here. The color of the speech bubble was the Construct ones. The only difference is that at this position and speech log, the speaker is not the character which issued the command, but the position of the tile which speaks. Now there is one more thing worth mentioning. It's a bug which will be hopefully being fixed in 5.02, and if you get a character to speak using custom speaker, it displays Tar Baby as the speaker. But if we make the Tar Baby move and take a look at this speech log again, suddenly we have the position instead of Tar Baby. What is more, if we now let the Waba stand here, suddenly it's the Waba who spoke. That's weird, and hopefully this will be fixed once 5.02 will be released. So I think I have covered thoroughly all of the nuances, at least the very basic nuances of the speech command. We are still missing the sound and the speech delay, but that's something we can talk about in a more advanced video. So the last thing I would like to talk to you about is the flashing of the speech. So let's go there. If you have a programming background, you probably already realize what the flash speech command is going to do. And if you don't, what it does is it removes all of the messages from the queue. The queue of messages yet to be displayed. And you have option to either display those messages as you remove them, or do not display them, and additionally remove any messages that are already displayed. So to show you exactly how it works, wait a second, I accidentally added flash speech. Let's go with this.
We are not using any flash.
No, we can't.
So yeah, we didn't use any flash, and that's what happened.
But now we flash on.
Aye, we do.
Yes, I really love to do these voices. So in this case, we have done flash with display speech set to on, and as you could have seen, the messages spoken by Brain and Waba appeared at the same time. Let me show you again. See, there is no delay. Normally, first the Brain would speak, and after the message ended, only then the Waba would be able to say his thing. But in this case, if you use flash speech set to on, all of the messages in the queue yet to be displayed just flash onto the screen. In case there are more messages than can fit in a single screen, and there's a limit, I think, of 4 lines per character, the older messages will not appear, but they will still be available in speech log. Now, if you choose to go with flash speech set to off, the messages will not appear. And as the Waba said,
And you saw nothing because we flashed out the speech.
yet if you go to the speech log, you will see 2 messages we have not seen. Magic. So, to reiterate, flash speech on, let's show everything to the screen. Flash speech off, let's hide and remove and pretend nothing happened. And we can show it the best by going back and quickly waiting 2 turns to get to the flash speech off, like this. Wait 1, wait 2. As you could see, all of the messages that were on the screen just disappeared and were replaced by a speech command, which is executed after flash speech. So let me consult my little notebook, or rather Google Drive document, and that will be all for today's video. So to quickly reiterate everything we have learned today. Some characters have moods, some don't. Actually, only 3 characters have moods: Bithrow, Gunthrow, and Half, wherein Half has no striking mood, and the mood determines the portrait used for the character. Using a specific speaker is going to make the specific monster speak. Self references to the character issuing the command, player references to the player, none references to the character issuing the command, but without the portrait. And the monster used to speaking is always the first one to move. So if we have 3 monsters of the same type, the first one to move is the one to speak. If you use custom speaker, the character at the position of speech is going to be the one doing the speaking, and if there's nothing there, the character issuing the command is the one to speak. But at the target position, but using its portrait and its color. And finally, flash speech on makes the messages appear, flash speech off makes all of them disappear. So that will be all for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, I will be very grateful if you could like it, because it shows me that you enjoy my work, and it's a good motivation for me to continue doing this. If you have any specific comments about this video, or would like me to make a tutorial about something specific, like I have the video about travelers right now, feel free to comment, feel free to send me a message, a private message via YouTube, or contact me on Caravel Games. So, thank you everyone for watching, and see you next time!